Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Friday the 28th of the 5th, 2021. Time is coming up to 04:30 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, yesterday, Thursday the 27th, we had a negative opposed driver in the yen at minus 137. Front and back door flows, mainly going into the pound at plus 127, into the euro at plus 30, and the dollar was a negative rock at minus 20, activity plus or minus 157. Intra-week then most relevant, because this is from Monday the 24th open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative unopposed driver in the yen at minus 373, no backdoor flows, the opposing positive flows mainly going into the pound at plus 207, into the euro at plus 102, and the dollar is the positive rock at plus 64, activity plus or minus 373. Asian session to about 15 minutes ago intraday. We've got an opposed negative driver in the yen at minus 169. Front and back door flows mainly going into the pound at plus 138, into the dollar at plus 43, and the euro is the negative rock at minus 12, activity plus or minus 181. What's going to knock it about? Well, yesterday we had relatively soft durable goods in the US data, and GDP was slightly soft as well. And today we've got all tier 2 events of note really, and it's inflation US data. So apart from that, not much going on. We'll have a look what's been going on in the flows and the asset classes now. Our trades have recovered a fair bit. They went down to about break even, as you know, bearing in mind that we'd scaled, and so to go back to break even is easier than it was before. And we're about 1800 points profit at the moment. Right, so we've got the euro is strong except against the dollar, the yen and the AUD. The yen is strong except against the dollar and the AUD. The pound is weak except against the euro, the CAD and the NZD. The Swiss is weak except against the pound, the CAD and the NZD. The CAD is weak except against the NZD. The AUD is strong except against the dollar. The NZD is weak across the board, and the dollar is strong across the board. So we've got dollar strength coming into the Asian session, New Zealand weakness, and take your pick in the middle. Pretty mixed. Right, so let's have a look at the. So I picked the chalk up. Let's have a look at the asset classes then. So what have we got? We've got the US dollar index. Basically looks like that. It's about 90.09. So pretty soft, but come up a bit. Gold. Gold basically looks roughly like that. It's 0.23 from the high. Oil has come up, right up as we expected, 0.12 from the high. Wall Street broke, came off, and it's now 0.125 from the high. So it's getting back there. S&P double top broke. And then it's about 0.1 from the high, so S&P similar. Tech broke, came off, and it's now at this point the previous high resistance from which it broke. So and that's about 0.23 from the modelled high. US 10-year and the bund. Well, basically, the US 10-year price has come off, and the bund has come up. So you've got relatively stronger yields in the short term than the European yields at the moment. Right, copper. Copper basically is it's come back and it's come off a little bit, but it's about 0.28 from the high. So copper's relatively stronger than it was recently. And finally, US steel sold off at the double top, broke down again, and it's now 0.38 from the high. So we've had a bounce in commodities basically. Right, so let's just get rid of this and do the final analysis. As we say, our trade's got pretty much a double barrel worth of pasting. We had dollar strength and New Zealand strength rearing their heads at the same time, and we were selling both of those. So we're short USD against the euro, the pound and the AUD, and we're short NZD against the euro, pound, the CAD and the AUD. Right, so what do we think is going to happen? Well, basically the New Zealand dollar has been, as I said, in these against these currencies, the euro, the pound and the CAD and the AUD, is basically more or less fully pumped. So we're shorting this. It's been tough to do that, but we do feel the New Zealand dollar is at a peak, and these have massive elbow room to go up there. They're only operating at about 0.15 from the very long-term floor, so they've got plenty of scope. That's why we're hanging in there on there. Short in USD. Well, the dollar could have a little bit of a rebound because it's near the lows, the double bottom, and people will want to buy it just by that virtue. But generally, after its bounce, it will be sold off again, and we're holding these positions as well. So that's what we think. Hope that's been useful. See you again tomorrow for the weekly reviews in terms of the flows and the data cycle. If not, see you Monday for the normal briefing. Thank you very much.